feeling shitty in my bed. Didn't take my fucking meds. Hyper pop up in my ears. Everything just disappears. Don't wanna be someone else. Just don't wanna hate myself. Just don't wanna hate myself. Instead I wanna feel bad. I'm on a sugar crash. I ain't got no fucking cash.
Hi everybody, it's Alphys again. Welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Last time we finished day 2 with all 3 of the girls, and today I'm going to start with day 2 with Sayori. Okay, I've got the Sayori poem guide written, pulled up. Let's see. Feather, kiss. Oh, that's Natsuki. Question. Nope. Let's see. Lazy. Misery. I don't know what I clicked last, I'm sorry. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Alphys! Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that? All of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves your coin purse. She fumbles at the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. Well, I'm observant. Well, she is my childhood friend, apparently, so... If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Here he suddenly giggles. Oh, she was listening. I didn't know that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something on my book.
Yuri! How Alphys let me borrow some money?
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little son like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
Jeez, Yuri!
I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
I mean, yeah, everybody does, I guess. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But we wouldn't have to come up with more for the cupcakes, so we had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Like, I did so. At the beginning, the dialogue said that I sold my soul for a cupcake. That's literally only the reason why I came here in the first place. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. So, what? Yeah. Oh out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the earth. Hey, who hit her? No, what was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Gosh, she's so adorable. Please, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Oh, God!
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit the tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and lifts Sayori off of her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. You're sneaky! You're a sneaky girl! Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Sayori trots away to safety. Sayori and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me. Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you
are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. That's true.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano.
Pianos aren't that loud. Are they? I don't know. I haven't played piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you play music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Alphys.
Monica smiles sweetly. Did you just push everyone out of the way with her butt? I don't get it. Well, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really let the chances snare once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Whatever. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Sayori is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. Oh. Wait. repeat it. I don't... What?
Hi again, Alphys. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure. Here you go. I gave my poem to Monica.
Alright. I like this one. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What? Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with the space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way you wrote the lines really sure makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today.
Did she just break the fourth wall? I don't... What? Okay, she committed a fourth wall break. Yeah, that's kinda sus.
Thanks for listening. Here.
Hey, Natsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Heal. Huh? Heal what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, that makes you... That was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. I guess? Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. Think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we care of each other in our own way. Well, whatever it is, I don't get it. Well, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why you're not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing was my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Wow, that took a really rude turn from the last poem. Jesus, Natsuki. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as you're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. This girl is a saint. I love this girl. You know what? I'm going with her next time, and I feel like I'm missing something with the Sayori one, so if I could have our best editor, once I'm done with this day, if our editor could jump cut to when I find the right day with the part 2 with Sayori, that'd be great. Honestly, I probably should have done day 2 and day 3 with the same girl together to make things easier, but oh well. Thank you. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. Right. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay. Yuri. Let's go.
Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Alphys. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday?
I guess you could say that.
I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work with your brain or like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing.
I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Of course. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me your poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. Well, as I believe the first time I watched my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Okay, sorry, I couldn't read that word for a second. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon and that his bread will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. Raccoon, an urge. The moon is an increment. I can't read that. Its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. Raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread's always ready. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. and I feed myself again. Wow. Okay.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying the emotions through them.
Yeah, and if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I may be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Aw, Yuri, you're adorable. Alright, finally say Yuri. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Alphys! I love it! Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Yuri. No, but really. I'm gonna put this on my wall. Can I? Yuri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion had to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's an Alphys poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Yuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Yuri. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. I don't really try giving it some thought. Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Sometimes I like sad poems, too. But there's a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Yuri. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make the nice, happy rainbow. Why is she so adorable? Yuri, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Alphys. I should go write that down then. Give me my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of shumtime, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. Aw. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. That collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes a friend feels a certain way, and down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time to lapse. My empty shelf could use more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Did they want my bottles that much? I frankly pull them from the shelf one after the other. I hold them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my three. Happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be more my friends who weren't smiling. They were all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. I was happy at first, but why did it turn dark? That's so like you, Sayori! Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Oh, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it like no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion arise makes it hard for me to be pessimistic.
Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival?
It's not like we can put
together anything good in just a few days.
We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? No need to... We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think that's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I can never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys!
Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes to reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Guess I'll leave no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get the new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Why do I have a bad feeling that's foreshadowing something? No, this is way too cute to be bad. No.
Oh gosh. I'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, then how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start up to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. And that her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? She's simply natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica!
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next.
Well, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances up to each of us. You can do it, Yuri!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her. She's as if she was bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. And the verses start applauding. Everyone joins me after, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerily walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggle. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reading to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of the mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Sometimes it feels like your soft voice it is a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's sincere and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. We did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Alphys liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite well with that kind of delivery.
Eh? I don't really understand.
In other words, I have seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery would work as well. It might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
The next time I'm going to make you think of a poem that challenges you a little more. You don't have that much time before the festival, you know.
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Alphys. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. May as well Alphys lowers everyone's standards a little bit more before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel incredibly awkward. I kind of like how everyone's from tallest to shortest. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's nice. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah.
Maybe. Alright then. It just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki gradually gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. She starts reciting the poem. Her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hobbles back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. Not to surprise Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
I guess in that case, you won't have that much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all will have an idea what it's like now. Make sure to pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait!
I can do this.
Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm in Sayori and Monica. I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club. And I'm impressing Monica, and I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Alphys. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few minutes, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of be putting on the spot here. Well, no decisions. I want to spend more time with the other girls, but at the same time I don't want to let Sayori down. I'm just gonna stay walking with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, Yuri seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Alphys. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Yuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. I want to respect her and keep her happy, too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? This is definitely in Sayori's paper. Let's see if I can actually get the second scene. Seriously! I don't get what's going on. Nope, it's the same thing. I think I screwed everything over. There's supposed to be another scene. Alphys! Finally! I'm so sorry, everybody. That was really confusing. I'm gonna go get some supplies from the other classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, the festival's coming up. Me and Monica are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons, some markers, and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon.
Are you going with us to get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with them.
Aw, but I wanted to go.
It's so much fun exploring the classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay?
Okay. Ready, Alphys? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I fell behind the Sayori. He hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm talking to a kid at the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yeah? We're gonna be doing a poetry performance. Performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage. And then recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Alphys, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you see the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last ring bar beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, nursing the final joy of my fingers. But to what ends I have summoned this joy? And now when I look in every direction, the once precious field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible to read Sticky seriously when you talk like that. Meanie! You're super hard on this, you know. Yeah, I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast as to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival's going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around to the hallway again. Hey, Alphys, this classroom up here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. And in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. Going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too! They're kinda dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out the box, reading the warnings. Alright, that's one down. Now did get distracted. We still need to find. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. I'll always move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped my hands. Ah! Mary bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over the lap. Ow! It sounded like Luigi. Ow! You okay? Your forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Hey, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Sayori's sitting on the floor. Grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly raises her hands from her forehead. You gently brush your bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. The bump is starting to form as well. And that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Alphys? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess I could drink with you. You don't have to. I'm fine with being like a unicorn. Even what's even this mean, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay? I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. Why'd the music stop? What should I get? It doesn't really matter since we'll use as an ice pack rather than a drink, but I know Sayori likes actor juice, so I purchased that one. It's a moment I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm in her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori placed the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Alphys? This kind of reminds me of you growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I was trying to keep up with you. You were the kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, you usually fell behind or tried double climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were really afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah. You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Like, kinda this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Alphys, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really such a sweetheart. Don't call me that, and I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. And before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Alphys, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Really think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up each end up for college or after that. It wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine ever you changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Mary has a whimsical expression in her eyes. You remain silent for a moment. You're so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should get back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to your feet. Touches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. They follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with the bangs to hide the bump, but much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room.
Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead.
She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead on the shelf.
Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we need?
I have it right. You're feeling close around. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it over here. I found the poster paper too.
Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Alphys.
Well, Sayori. I failed to come up with twos for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start with working on the posters tonight.
Me too.
Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Alright, let's start skipping.
Pretty good. What do you think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote? You two are like a dynamic duo.
That's kind of exaggerating it.
Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time there, even in this club, don't you? And again, I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy, it's just...
I'm just teasing. Now it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that.
No, don't worry. I get what you're saying.
Alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's go. Skipping.
That's what we're reading for today. Well done, Alphys. Your skills are already improving.
Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot.
It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I'm happy you're new. I know that you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect.
Skip. Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Alphys?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. That's key. That's funny. I wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. People shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. The way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing sounds really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in her poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Finally, Sayori. Alphys, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much you like something. I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking about weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? You somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking! Let's not talk about that. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. kind of have that weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Siri? Your pet Siri said. Yeah, hey, I'm not a kid, you know. You sure about that? Maybe? Mary starts fiddling with their pencil between her hands. Hey, Alphys, will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Broke my pencil. Very hastily put pens on to try and pick up the piece she dropped. Being inattentive and around, she bumps right into me. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Siri clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Siri. Yeah. I grab Siri's own and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, no, you forgot about that. Not as good as yours. Please, don't worry. Sure, I'll like it. Okay. Here we are, Natsuki! It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah. And don't worry, I kept my promise. I pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out of my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hand and quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle manga all the time, you know. I just wanted to make sure. You blame me for being paranoid? I could keep up my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter in when Minori and Alice found... But Monica! Natsuki displays visiting self from inside the closet. I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again?
Sorry. Teacher got mad at me for taking up so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean it up a little bit. It's still here, I just had to organize a bit.
The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. He makes a boot up, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez, this is so inconvenient! I'm moving these all back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, they're really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Why would you waste that on the top shelf? And actually, there's a stool on the wall there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself! Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I mean, I know it! Well, you know what? Just watch me! Natsuki hops into the stool, which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Careful! I know what I'm doing! Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the bugs, but Natsuki's being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses his fingers to scoot to one of the smaller boxes at the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. Losing balance, Natsuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to see her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. There! Having almost fallen, Natsuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. You need to prove yourself to me. There's no way you'll be able to get with the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it! I don't want your help, okay? Gonna get a chair, just hang on. Natsuki flushes away past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desk attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Natsuki drops over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls. But I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Ush! Natsuki climbs into the chair and slowly bounces to her feet. She refuses my help while I take a seat with my back against the side of the doorway and sit and watch. There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Natsuki grabs a sack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. What? The chair swivels. Natsuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you always hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. I told the chair. I held the chair while Natsuki reaches back up. I can almost see up your skirt. I forced myself to turn away. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. And she realizes I'll be dead. Natsuki wraps her arms around the parfait girl's box set. Easily, the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Alphys, I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. Then I'll have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realized something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Natsuki's like shaking. I'm not. I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. Cheer silly stools beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki! The scene turns into chaos in a split second. Chair of fun. He's from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I tried to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the bugs go flying. I got you! The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of bugs pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms and her face lands straight on my chest. My right arm on my back seriously felt the impact. Suddenly, Natsuki comes to her senses. Presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realize that it's not the floor that's beneath her. That was gross! A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko?
Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise.
Monica suddenly peers in. Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Trying to kill your club members or something? Again, that bad feeling that's foreshadowing something. I hope I'm wrong. Jeez.
Sorry.
Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent combiner is a total pervert. I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear.
I know, don't worry.
Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no! My I look down. Natsuki is kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's just only trying to smooth out. Must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the bookshelf and throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Natsuki, are you? No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I can see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. Didn't mean to take it out on you. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day is so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. Can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright, well, I'll help clean this up, and I'll move the rest of the manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. Well, set this one aside. This will help cheer you up for a bit, right? We can get started once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glassy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her and stifles another sob. I'm not exactly sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. Next couple minutes are silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I Make sure to slip it into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. Long before we're done, and I hoist the box into the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, let's do it. We hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you aren't, I'd make you anyway. Taking responsibility for what you said. The thing about cheering me up, if you insist. I sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. He's surprisingly sure, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has a good taste after all. For some time, Monika gets our attention, as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. Well, I'm starting to get into it, you know. Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Alright. Let's get to Monika. Hi. Skip. It's pretty good. You've been spending some time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yeah. I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into this style. I guess that means you're not much of a fan of Yuri's poems, then. I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's poems. It's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Siri's way of expressing happiness and sadness in a more direct way. You have some kind of preference, don't you? Oh, not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. Are you still mad at me? For disrespecting Natsuki yesterday. Because reading this poem, now I know why you got mad at me. Because you... her writing over mine. That's not really true. Meaning when I disrespect her, I disrespected you too, didn't I? Yuri, you might be reading into this a little too much. How could I be so stupid? I always let these things happen. Whenever I think before I speak, it just come up as awkward and unlikable. But if I speak without thinking, though, I want to keep it saying, come on, make people hate me. Please don't force yourself to be around me. I know this is what Monika wants. It's not fair to you. And when you could be enjoying your time with Natsuki and Sayori. Yuri, please makes it easier for me to express any concern. And besides, I have my books with me. That's all I need. Yuri smiles on and puts her head down on her desk. I'm frustrated. I don't hate her, but it's like she's not capable of something around. It was something. She wants to be left alone there. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at the back of the poem. I know she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems were supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, I think I'll let you enjoy Yuri writing more than mine. Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you! Natsuki's face freezes, just like she just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters on the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red face, Natsuki quietly walks out of the room. Hey, Alphys, did you do something, Natsuki? I just saw a rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No, I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. So I can tell Monika when I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem. Second time. I see. At first I thought you just liked her writing style. But you wrote this for Natsuki.
surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Alphys?
Cheating? What do you mean by that?
Never mind, I'm just kidding.
I didn't understand Monika's joke at all.
Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you?
Oh, you don't need...
Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about.
Hey!
Natsuki comes to snatch the Monika's hands. To notice her in the room. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop putting things on for you, you know. I have a bad habit of doing that. Alphys wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share it with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. Apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Alphys is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like everyone would read this anyway. In fact, I'm just gonna hold on to this, if you insist. What? Why do you look at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you the poem.
I'll give you the poem, but that's still not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what?
Well, I guess Alphys is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it.
Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. As long as she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. No, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. You know, I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay? Alright, I will. Ooh, I like this one, Alphys. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good with picking things up. Skip. Well, while it's skipping, I might as well check the time. Oh, jeez, this has been over an hour. I am so sorry to my editor. I feel so guilty for making it long. I'm sorry. Locking up with Natsuki, huh? This thought would make my heart pound. I mean, I think I would be afraid of what she'd do to me if I turned her down. Isn't she cute and fun to be around? That has something to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even having fun speculating something that's ever going to happen. Well, maybe. You just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody loves a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. Something that makes her happy, I would take that away from her. But there's no point in speculating. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stop here, and tomorrow, well, next time I record, I'm gonna finally probably just make things shorter. I'm gonna do day 3 with Yuri. I'm sorry to my editor. This has been almost an hour and a half. I'm really sorry. But yeah, if you want more, please make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!